I had been learning about Pastor Joel and Agongo and the fact that teachers were walking miles to come to the school and volunteer to teach, and yet they hadn't had any training. So I was thinking that, hey, maybe I can help out. Maybe I can support and encourage some of these teachers. At the same time, the more I learned about Agongo and the area and the conditions, the more I tried to talk myself out of going. Because I'm kind of a wuss, and so I really didn't want to go. I realized that I was saying no and God was saying yes, and so I came to the realization that I really needed to start praying about it. And my prayer life can be somewhat sporadic. Sometimes are good and other times are not so good. But I really, really mightily prayed and realized that this was God's will for me. It wasn't mine, but it was His. So it was through prayer that I was able to accept the fact that, I think I've been called to go on this trip. I had that anxious feeling until I got on the plane, and then I realized there's no going back now. And, as we took off, and I let it go. And I just had this incredible sense of peace about it. And I knew that throughout the journey that we would be provided for and protected, and we were. I had a lot of people praying for us, not just for myself personally, but for the entire team. The deacons and family and friends, and it's amazing how you can feel that. When you're almost 12,000 miles away and in a very different world, it's just so powerful to know that you're being prayed for, and we all felt it. Based on the experience I had, where I was so anti, and then it just became so clear to me that God had a plan, and it was His will, that I think I'm going to be more open to prayer and listening to God a little bit better in the future, and not closing the door so much. My life has changed, and my faith is stronger. Prayer is the highest form of love, I think, and in doing so, what more could we do for each other?